Are you drowning in hour-long recordings and secretly wishing for a faster, much smarter way to turn them into snackable social clips? The good news is, you absolutely do not need to spend days clipping every single segment manually anymore. And you certainly shouldn't have to pay a dedicated social media manager just to handle that tedious reposting work. Today, I'll walk you through how I leverage this game-changing tool to automate that entire content pipeline for me. It automatically finds the absolute best moments buried deep inside all of your long-form videos. It then expertly turns those highlights into polished, ready-to-post clips for all your favorite platforms. Even better, it handles the publishing schedule across platforms, so you can truly set it and forget it. So, let's jump right into step 1 and get this system set up for you. First things first, you just need to open your preferred web browser and navigate to the platform's main page. When the landing page loads, you will immediately see the core value proposition displayed front and center. That pitch highlights the key features: AI-powered auto-editing, that built-in scheduling tool, and the content calendar that keeps everything neatly organized. This isn't one of those overly complicated software tools cluttered with a million settings you will never actually use, thankfully. It's deliberately designed to be intuitive so that busy creators actually log in and use it consistently. Once you complete the sign-in process, which is fortunately quite fast, you land on the main dashboard area. From this central hub, you can instantly initiate a brand new project to begin your first AI edit. Think of a project simply as the container for one single complete long-form video recording you want to process. This could be anything from a detailed interview to an entire webinar, or even a lengthy software tutorial. The system pulls in the entire file, runs a deep analysis on the content, and then performs all the heavy lifting behind the scenes. Now we move to step 2, uploading your source material into the system for review. You'll click the Create Project button or simply find the main upload area on your screen. Most common video formats are fully accepted, so you can just drag and drop your file straight onto the designated upload zone. For my own demonstrations, I typically test the AI with a 40 to 60 minute podcast episode or a detailed tutorial recording. That kind of material serves as perfect test content because there is always valuable information buried within those longer takes. Once the file successfully uploads, you will see it immediately queued up and waiting for the initial processing to begin. If you accidentally picked the wrong take, you still have a small window to replace the file before the AI starts its scan. A really handy feature is the ability to add multiple videos into the same project if you need clips from various episodes combined. That flexibility proves incredibly useful when you are batch creating an entire month's worth of content from a week's worth of footage. Now for the magic part. Step 3, letting the artificial intelligence find all the compelling good stuff. This is genuinely where the platform excels, as the AI actively scans the entire video timeline for meaningful highlights. It detects key indicators like genuine laughter, significant topic shifts, high-energy vocal moments, and strong standalone sound bites. It isn't just randomly cutting out short 5-second segments, it ranks them by their potential for virality. This ranking is based on cues like the speaker's vocal emphasis, the segment's overall length, and if it makes sense without tons of extra context. The result is a clean grid presentation showcasing suggested clips already formatted for Shorts, Reels, and TikTok. Each suggestion usually comes bundled with a preview window, a suggested caption draft, and a calculated confidence score for success. From there, you have the power to accept them exactly as they are, quickly tweak the in and out points, or merge a couple of pieces together. I usually spend just a minute or two quickly scanning and adjusting a few basic trims on the best ones. But honestly, you will find that about 80% of the time, the clips the AI auto-selected are already perfectly solid for posting. Moving on to step 4, you can now add that necessary professional polish without getting bogged down in complicated timelines. One of the biggest time savers here is the instant auto-generated caption feature that looks great right out of the box. You can easily select the appropriate aspect ratio for any platform, whether it's vertical for Reels or square for the Instagram grid. The tool even offers suggestions for overlay text placement, helping to draw the viewer's eye exactly where you want it. It also assists in picking the best frame for a compelling thumbnail, either letting you select one or choosing attractive faces automatically. What I genuinely appreciate is that the platform doesn't force you down a single rigid workflow for editing. You can execute a super fast one-click export, or you can dive into the editor for more granular, pro-level adjustments. This includes fine-tuning text styling, adding your recognizable brand logos, trimming out any verbal stutters, or reordering the sequence of clips. The important takeaway is that even if you are severely pressed for time, the automated pipeline still yields professional quality content incredibly fast. Let's move on to step 5, which transforms this clever editing tool into a genuine growth engine for your presence. Once all your short clips are finalized, you engage the powerful auto-schedule feature to handle the distribution. You simply specify how frequently you want posts to go live, define your preferred posting time windows, and select which specific channels to push to. After setting those parameters, Vizard will automatically populate a posting queue and begin pushing your content based on those predefined rules. Furthermore, the content calendar view is invaluable for visualizing your entire editorial plan in one spot. You can easily see everything scheduled, drag and drop items to different dates, revise captions, and manage variations per platform. Need the exact same clip on Instagram and LinkedIn but with completely different caption messaging? That is no problem at all. The tool allows you to tweak those platform-specific details so you avoid the headache of re-exporting everything multiple times. Let's finalize with step 6. efficiently exporting and saving all your final video assets for later use. You have the option to export the clips directly to your social accounts, or you can download the raw MP4 files locally. Don't forget, you can also grab the SRT subtitle files, which are incredibly useful for accessibility or separate translation workflows. These downloadable captions are also perfectly formatted for immediate use in other short-form video tools if needed. Everything generated during the process remains neatly organized within its respective project folder, which is a huge organizational plus. If you ever need to revisit an old cut or re-export that same video in a different aspect ratio, finding it is straightforward. Now, you might be asking, why use Vizard when there are so many other editing and transcription tools out there? Many popular platforms trip up because they fail to solve the complete creator problem, usually falling short in one of three key areas. First is the issue of price and scaling. Monthly subscription fees can quickly balloon as you require more features or higher usage limits. The second pitfall is unnecessary manual overhead. Some tools provide features but still expect you to do all the clip selection yourself. That extra manual trimming and curation is precisely what kills the time savings those you were hoping to achieve in the first place. The third major area where tools fall flat is limited scheduling capabilities, forcing you to use a separate social media management application. Vizard aims to tackle all three of these common frustrations in one unified, integrated environment. It automates the clip selection to radically reduce your time investment and bundles scheduling so you don't need that external social scheduler. Now, this doesn't mean it's the perfect tool for every single use case imaginable, of course. If your priority is extremely granular frame-by-frame editing, or you require advanced cinematic color grading, a dedicated NLE is still your best friend. But for the majority of content creators focused squarely on achieving growth and consistent posting volume, this hits that ideal sweet spot. Let me share a few quick real-world tips I use to maximize my efficiency using this powerful automation. First, always try to batch process your uploads. Drop a whole week's worth of episodes in at once and let the system run. You can review all the AI suggestions in under 30 minutes and secure an entire month's worth of curated content in a single afternoon. Secondly, treat that content calendar as your actual editorial playbook, not just a random dumping ground for posts. Group your highlights by theme across the week so that your overall content story remains cohesive across every platform you use. My third tip involves captions. While the auto generation is strong, always take a moment to inject a little bit of your unique personality. Adding a punchy hook right at the start or a clear call to action that matches the platform always boosts engagement. Finally, be smart about repurposing. Pull out action moments, funny outtakes, and deep emotional beats as entirely separate short clips. This strategy ensures the variety in your feed remains high, keeping your audience constantly interested in what comes next. It's also worth noting where some other very popular tools tend to fall short, so you know exactly what to be looking out for. For example, Descript is fantastic for its transcript-based editing and its sheer accuracy in text selection. However, it still often demands significant manual input to craft truly viral clips, and you'll need a separate service for scheduling. CapCut is incredibly powerful when it comes to utilizing trending effects and slick visual transitions, but it's heavily mobile first. That mobile focus often means you have to rely on manual timing to nail those punchy, fast cuts that really perform well on social feeds. And we all know traditional editors like Premiere or Final Cut give you ultimate creative control, but they are simply too slow for consistent weekly posting goals. Vizard positions itself right in the middle. It is significantly faster than the traditional editors and more automated than the mobile apps. Crucially, the built-in scheduling means you don't have to waste time or money stitching together 4 or 5 different subscription services. Wrapping up with my final thoughts, if you are a creator, teacher, or marketer looking to grow without getting buried under editing tasks, this is a must-try. It absolutely will not replace a high-end editor if your main goal is cinematic, feature film polish. Understand that distinction. But for the singular goal of building consistent, high-volume, short-form content from your existing long-form videos, it is an enormous time saver. You will end up producing far more clips, giving you more opportunities to test different hooks and keeping your social feeds consistently active. This is how you maintain an active online presence without constantly feeling like you are on the verge of creative burnout. So, what are you waiting for to reclaim your time and productivity this week? Upload just one long video, allow the AI to handle the initial heavy lifting, quickly adjust a few captions, and then set a posting schedule. You will be genuinely shocked at how quickly a single recording can be transformed into weeks upon weeks of fresh social content. If this detailed walkthrough provided you with real value, make sure to save it now for easy reference later on. Finally, commit to batching just one project through this entire system this very week, and you will notice the positive difference immediately. I'll catch you all in the next video where we explore another way to level up your content strategy.